Welcome to the OAPN Podcast with your host, Adarsh Sakare. No bullshit, no cuts. 100% raw conversations with 0% fucks to give. We don't encourage the consumption of alcohol, but if you want to open up a cold one while you watch this, it's not a bad idea.
Welcome to episode number 62 of On a Personal Note with Adarsh Sakare. Nice to be back. Took us a few weeks to shoot again, but happy to be back. Our previous episode was with Jerusha Christopher. You all showed a lot of love on that episode. Of course, she is just in the initial stages of her journey. It was nice to see the type of dream she has and the type of support she already attracts from people around her. Today is yet another episode which we waited for quite some time now to shoot. Before I speak a little about her, let's say hi to Shwetha. Hi, Shwetha.
Hi, Adarsh.
Hi. Thanks for coming here. And let me say this again. Thanks for coming in a sari.
Pleasure is all mine.
So first guest wearing a sari on the podcast. Pretty awesome. Pretty nice. Fresh on the camera. So Shwetha has been an actor. Of course, a very familiar face to the Bangalore and Karnataka audience, and of course across the country over the years. If you know Shwetha, and this is something I was speaking to her as well, I mean, you pretty much know that her life's been on camera, and you all know bits and pieces about her life. So I welcome you to watch this one. I can guarantee you that you'll enjoy this one as well. For those of you who don't know much about Shwetha, and maybe you watched her recently, you figured out her work recently, this is a chance for you to get in. But ideally, I think what's great about Shwetha's story is, the fact that she didn't even start off with the dream that she'll do what she's doing. So it's pretty impressive to come from a fact of not knowing that this is how my life is, and eventually accepting that maybe this is what life wants from me, and then completely diving into that, right? I think that's really nice. Of course, commendable that you come from a place like Shimoga, and Shimoga, of course, has had its own growth over the years, and Shimoga is really well known now. It's not how it used to be 20 years ago. So coming from Shimoga, and then now being this confident individual about who she is, and if you watched her content, watched her stories, you'll realize that her identity is so strong. It seems it's very difficult for someone to touch your self-confidence.
Really?
Yeah, that's the picture that I got from watching your content on Instagram. So it's really nice to see that. Gives people a hope that dreaming big is definitely worth it. And it's nice to see that she still has a lot more to go, right? So we are happy to have her here. I hope you are too. Join us on this episode. So Shwetha, thanks for making it here.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah. I was telling Aditya and Chirag, and they told me you'll definitely start the interview like this. So ideally, my family is from Shimoga itself.
Okay.
And I mean, I really miss going back to Shimoga because all through my school years, summer was in Shimoga. So ancestral home is in Shimoga. Now we don't go too often, but we try and do as much as possible. You've of course had your transition. I don't think you spend as much time in Shimoga now, right? I mean,
now, yes.
Yeah. What is it that you like about Shimoga? Let's start with that. Yeah.
My parents, they're there. So it feels like home. And anybody, even after staying 15 years in Bangalore, I still say Adnamuru. I think it will always remain as Nannuru.
Yeah. Of course, when you go back there, and a lot of people happy to see your success, right? I wanted to ask you, with all the success and exposure that you've got, you still somewhere feel Shwetha is the same girl, or has Shwetha changed? What do you think? Like personally?
Personally, I have changed a bit. Good changes, in fact. I've learned I'm a better and a mature person. Personally, that's what I feel. But when I meet my friends, they say, "Neen manchuru badlagiಲ್ಲ ಕಣೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೆಯಾ" ಅಂತ, which is a compliment for me, I believe. Because they can connect and nothing has changed between the relationship and friendship. And I think that's a beautiful way to say that you're still the same. So, yeah.
That somewhere means you have stuck to your roots.
Yes, right? I think I always will. Yeah.
Which is great. Things have changed a lot for you, and the reason I asked you is this, right? When you have this decade of fame and success and exposure, you start to question the definition of success, or rather happiness, right? Because you've also seen, so say for example 10 years ago, definition of success was I need to have this TV show of mine go to 200 episodes. You're someone who's seen beyond 300 episodes now, and the definitions keep changing. So today, as of today, what is Shwetha's definition of success, or say happiness? What is it that you tell yourself?
For me, success is never related to just profession. I think as a person, I'm still not sure what really success means. Different people want different things. So for me, I never wanted to work, honestly. I never my mom was a teacher.
Okay.
And I felt, you need, only when you're poor you need to work. Okay. Otherwise you should just stay home and chill. Saku. And I thought, okay, I don't want to do what my mom did, because when I used to come back from school 4 o'clock, my cousins had their mothers waiting with bread jam butter and vada pav and everything. But I used to wait until my mom comes back. And she was tired, and it was straight away dinner, maybe a glass of milk, and she used to be tired, and it was not much of pampering. That was always father's job to do. He used to come pick us up and pamper us a bit, but I felt my mom was missing, and throughout my childhood. And I thought, I will not work when I have an opportunity to get married and stay at home. I'll be there for my family. So I never thought I'll work someday, I'll do this, I'll do that. My mind was not that at all. And in fact, when I wanted to choose something to study, I said, appa enadru odsu, because nan madve ag maneli irodu. So I don't know what is success to me. For me, life has just given better and better opportunities. And I think no matter what you want, you'll get what you deserve, and maybe better. So just be open to it. And I'm happy today for whatever I am. And I think life will only get better.
So 2 things I definitely want to talk about. You mentioned about your childhood. I want to go back to that a bit. But just about the success bit, right? So what is it now? Does money still excite you?
It's never excited me, honestly.
Yeah. But it does pay for your survival.
Yes, it does.
It does help you keep that sandwich ready for your kids when they come back home. But is that still a goal? I mean,
it's not. So I come from a middle class family where both my parents had to work to give us good education. But my dad never said no to anything I asked for. The only thing he said no was for heels, because I was already tall. And I used to stand and watch in front of the showroom. Yavataru nanage ಒಂದು heels ಸಿಗುತ್ತಾ ಅಂತ.
One pair heels.
ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು. ಇನ್ನೇನು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಬೇಡ ಅಂದಿಲ್ಲ. And I never felt I need more money to buy something more, because I got everything I wanted. And the beauty of Shimoga, you don't have bigger brands, you don't have toys which are not very expensive. You can afford everything. So I never felt I don't have enough. And that credit goes to my father. He said, you'll always, first of all, you should know what you need and what is greed. So I was never brought up being a greedy person.
So somewhere that greed factor is not there. As long as things are sorted and you're content. I think I saw this story of yours, and I think you gifted that Karma music set to him, right? Pretty beautiful to see your dad sit there and listen to those songs, and you start to realize that happiness is pretty simple.
Very simple.
Right? So what does your dad feel about all of this? all of this that has unfolded with you?
He's happy to see me, see my growth.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've never spoken about it, but he's
Yeah?
happy.
Really?
Yeah, we've never spoken.
Wow.
He's
Okay.
somebody who doesn't let anything affect him. He's so, he was always proud of me. That is something I can say, because even in 9th standard, when I was nothing, he was so proud that I was his daughter. He just wants one thing. He
What is
wants
that?
a good daughter and a good citizen, a good person, and which I was always. And now the success, everything is only for my sustaining. It doesn't affect him at all. As long as I'm a good child, even today if we go out for the restaurant, he will pay and I'll make sure he pays.
What?
Yes, he will pay. What? We both will go to Meenakshi Bhavan. The bill might come to 145 rupees, which I don't want to pay because I don't want to say that, okay, now I've grown up. I can
Wow.
pay. No, I will always be his, daughter.
Yeah, and I think there's a beauty in that, right? There's a beauty in, and there's a respect in allowing them to pay. Because I know this has happened with me as well. See, your parents somehow still wants to feel that, hey, you know what, you're my son, you're my daughter, let me do these things. From our side, we want to show
Yes.
that, hey, I have succeeded, boss, I can pay for these things. But for them, that's knowing that is enough. You don't need to do it. But this is the first time I've heard that. You have siblings?
I have a younger brother, yes.
Okay. And is he in the same line of work? Because I'm not
he's
aware.
into construction. I mean,
Okay, so he's
he's not into acting for sure.
He's not into acting. What does your mom feel about how things have unfolded? Has she always...
She's super excited.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm a trophy in the house right now for her.
Okay.
It's like when I go home.
And she walks with that trophy
Yes.
everywhere.
In fact, I started my career in acting only because of her, because I was offered a TV role and she was so happy. She's like, I will get to see you on TV every day. Just that reason, because after some time you stop visiting them very often and they miss you. So now you see them every day on the TV, they're happy. So that's all she wanted. It's like, it's okay, do. And that's why. So now when I go home, it's very less time with her. Come, ನನ್ನ ಆ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು ನಿನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಈ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. I'm like, ಅಮ್ಮ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ನಾ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ನಿನ್ನ ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ, ಈ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಮನೆಗೆ. I'm like, okay, cool.
For her, that is success.
Yes.
For her, that
She's
is
very
success.
happy. And whenever she sees anything beautiful, she sends it on WhatsApp to everybody. I send one picture and it's gone. Broadcast message ಅವರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. Yeah.
One thing I definitely wanted to ask you, right? See, your life is an example of how what you think is going to happen might be completely different. You're doing architecture, you're studying, no idea about any of this, and then you accepted this challenge and then you've succeeded. Have you thought if there is another alternative path going forward? What if Shwetha Prasad is not actor Shwetha Prasad? Is there something else?
There's a possibility, yeah.
I mean, have you considered?
I wouldn't give a clue right
You
now.
won't?
But
Wow.
yeah.
I thought I'll get it out.
No.
No.
Because I'm still wondering, is that my path ahead? But I'm not very sure.
Yeah.
Let it happen and then I can talk about it.
Yeah, it requires strength to question it also, no?
Yeah.
See, because yes, an opportunity came and you have done pretty well in that. In fact, amazingly well. But what if that's still not the end for you? Right? No. Anyway, we'll definitely wait for that. Now, the next thing I want to come to is your social circle. As you grew in this industry, expectations are... you'll make friends in the industry, actors, directors, so and so. Now, today is your first circle filled with stardom, or what is it like?
I have many friends, of course, but the very close ones are very few. I can easily count 1 or 2 or 3. That's it. I'm not much of a talkative person. I don't open up. I don't if my secret is there, it will be only one and that person knowing. Nobody else will know. So I am very different to and very limitedly open to every person. So I wouldn't say I have too many friends, but anybody I meet, we will end up staying in touch and we will keep in touch. We meet often, we talk, and there is a limited kind of thing we talk to each other. So I have a big circle. I have friends with whom I just go party and never see them and never talk to them. I'm like, okay, we are just there to have fun, party, dance, and come back home. And there are friends we just meet for coffee and discuss about books. And there are friends with whom I talk very deep things. So I have too many friends with too many parameters. That's how it is.
So different people for different
places. You have to connect with one person for a month. But when you leave me in a group, I think I'm the quietest person.
A big group, you're the
I don't connect with everybody. I cannot. I think it's too much of effort trying to please everybody. I'm like, I'll sit in the corner.
And you don't even care about it too much because you're like, okay, I mean, if you know me, you know me.
That's it,
Would you say that the industry, now when I say industry, it's tough. Okay, your space of work. Have they accepted you and your work? Why I'm asking you that is, see, my thought has always been this. For any one of us, right, who have been born into middle class and who have really tried their best into entering this mainstream type of exposure, respect is earned, yes. But does a middle class individual ever get accepted as mainstream? Or are you always going to be looked at, yes, you made it big, but you're not part of the cream? Is that how things work?
Not
even
in
after
industry. Not in Canada. I think most of them who are big stars today come from a very low background, and they've made it big because when you start from here, you have a chance to grow. If you're already here, it's difficult. Where would you grow? It's challenging to climb up and up, but from down to up is very easy.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think I don't see people have accepted me, and that is not at all an issue here.
But was that a fear?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Were there times when you were like, say, auditioning and you were meeting some people that, people made you feel that, hey, you know what, this is who I am and this is who you are.
What?
Does that exist?
I think my education gave me a lot of strength, irrespective of my background. I mean, I come from a well-to-do background itself, but my education gave me a lot of confidence. I should say this, the day when I was casted for my first TV serial, it was pretty unexpected call, and I was freelancing at that point of time as an architect.
Correct.
So I had my own team of carpenters and everybody in the team, and doing my own projects. And when they asked, I wasn't keen really. I'm like, why would I leave a good job and go to this? I knew in TV, as you grow old, you'll have lesser opportunities. Unless you're a man. For a woman, it's different. Once you're married, half of your opportunities are gone. And once you're about 30, now if you see any audition roles, role for girl, 18 to 25. That's it.
Age is given up front.
Yes.
Yeah.
For a guy, it's 18 to 45 or 35. For girl, it's 18 to 25. That's it. I've seen, even yesterday, I saw an audition, page where the age was clearly mentioned. 18 to 25, which means they want unmarried young girl. So I knew that as I grow old, there'll be lesser opportunities. But if I stay in architecture, as I grow, I can have my own firm, and of course, I will grow. In any corporate structure.
Is even before accepting the first offer.
So in any corporate structure, there's hike in growth. Here, you come down. So when they asked, I wasn't keen. I said, no, I don't want to. Then they were like, no, you should try. There's nothing wrong. And we had a lot of meetings, not just one, lots. I went again and again and said, no, I had a lot of respect, but I didn't want to choose this. And then at one point, my husband said, you should give it a try. You are not losing anything because you are anyways freelancing, which you can do even after this project. Try, there's nothing wrong. And then you get something new to learn.
This is something I didn't know. I didn't know you were married before getting into this space.
Yes.
I didn't know this. This is crazy. Okay, continue.
Yeah, so he was the one, and I said, I don't even know. I've not learned anything about acting. I have no idea. I did not even watch a serial before. In my house, I was strictly not allowed to watch serials. So only Discovery or news. That's it, and cricket, obviously. So I didn't know how it worked. And so he was like, give it a try. Then I wasn't sure. I'm like, no, I'll go today and say no and come. I have this problem of saying no. I cannot say it. I'm so polite that they'll misunderstand it to a yes. So then I decided today I'm going and saying no matter what. And I go to the office. I talk. They're like, Shwetha, okay, now that you're here, she'll come and take your measurements. And tomorrow is the promo. Then I was like, oh my God, they're ready for the promo. If I say no, I'll end up paying for all the things they have to cancel. I got scared. And it's a big money, right, for shooting. And I didn't even know how. She's a strong lady. I'm like, okay, ma'am, I'll get back to you. And I just left. They took the measurements and I left. And I thought I was stuck. That's when I was mentally prepared. Let's see how it goes. And without even saying yes, this is how it started. So when the manager called me to talk about my remuneration, he said, this is something I don't know. I think this is the first time I'm coming on mic and saying this. They said, let's do it as your, traveling charges convenience.
Did you?
Very clearly. And I was like,
Boss, what are you
what?
saying?
Sir, I paid to my carpenter a day. And like, ಇಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ನಾನು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಲಿಯೋಕೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಏನೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗದ್ ಬೇಡ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಓಕೆ.
Per what?
Per day.
Oh my God, this is which year?
2016, I believe. Yeah, 2016.
Saying, Shwetha, are you serious?
Yes, which was a biggest surprise for me. Shocker.
You would have expected a few more zeros.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how much an actor earns, which I still wanted to be a secret.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No problem.
This is the number. And I said, we'll mute the number anyways.
Yeah, I gotta mute
it's
it.
as big as, one day payment.
My
for
expression
a
will explain to you how less it was.
So it is as much as I pay my carpenter. I said, I don't want to learn. I don't want to know. If I can't survive here, I'm not going to stay. Then what is the expectation? At least 10 times of that. I'm like, you have a wrong idea about it. It's not going to work. Then it's not going to work for me too. That's it.
Suit
If you
yourself.
have, then if you have any bigger number, then let's talk. Then they get back. And the lady, the producer was amazing. She's like, we cannot agree to your number though, but let's play it fair because you're a fresher. We need to spend double the time because you have to learn it.
Yeah.
It was a fair deal. I said, okay. And everything was provided to me. The way she took care of me in the set, because I knew nothing about how the whole industry works. It's beautiful the way it works,
So that's what, right? Perfect story for me to just go back to what we were speaking about. So while you were learning and then you were getting the exposure, did you feel that people had started to accept you? Or
they had a lot of love for me, honestly.
Yeah.
When there's
you didn't compare yourself to like actress who knows the cues, who knows which camera to look at.
I went as a blank canvas. I was ready to learn. I was open to. I had a wonderful director who was my teacher. He just said, don't put anything in your head because unlearning is the biggest task. So I cannot make you do that. It's better you come and learn here. Don't watch anything. Don't, keep anything in your mind. Just come and I'll teach you. And I believed him and I went, and it was a beautiful journey after that. And, when a baby walks, when it doesn't know how to walk, everybody supports. That's what I saw. There's beauty in, starting fresh, and people will always come and teach you. So I really enjoyed learning.
So would you folks sit and watch your own serial? Does that happen?
I watch, and I'm so embarrassed when I watch.
You don't enjoy watching yourself?
No, I haven't had the guts to watch my first. It's so ugly and bad. It's very ugly and bad. There's some innocence in it, I get it. But innocence is not really beautiful. It is very bad. I can't.
You can't sit through and watch it.
I did my makeup. I've grown in every aspect today.
Yeah.
So everything was so childish and stupid back then. But it's okay.
But that's where you start.
Yeah. So I can see.
Your parents would have watched, no?
Everybody. And in fact, a lot of people like it. They say it's very fresh and innocent. They like it. So yeah, I don't regret it. It's just a little embarrassing that I didn't know so many things. Yeah. Like, you don't even know how to shake your hand in front of the camera. You would do this. Don't look at the camera. Okay, fine, turn. So it's a lot of stupid, silly mistakes, but it's funny. And then, you don't even know the camera angles. You're just talking like this, and you talk to people like this. You don't even face the camera. So there are a lot of things you don't know at all. You think being real is good, which is good, great, method acting, but you need to be aware of the camera.
Yeah, or else there's no point.
Yeah.
So you think you've... okay, let's look at it this way, right? So when you started, rate yourself as an actor out of 10, and today rate yourself as an actor out of 10.
When I started, it was 0 or pretty bad actor. If I can give some negative points, then it is. Let me start from 0.
0.
Okay?
And today?
And today, I think I'm there at 4.
At 4?
Yeah.
See, I'll give you 2 more extra points for being humble. It is 6, I think. I mean, 4 is, come on, really? You have done like hundreds of episodes now. How can it be 4 out of 10?
It's not acting. I wouldn't say I've done too much of acting. I've been myself because the roles I got is pretty much me. And I didn't have to act too much apart from crying. There's no effort. Yeah. So
you had to play yourself pretty much.
Yeah. I have said no to a couple of opportunities, which was very, very challenging. And I got scared if I could do it. So I'm yet to learn a lot of acting. Definitely. But as an actor, I've not got many opportunities to try. So there's still a lot of learning.
So in today's time, of course, like a lot of these TV soap, if I may call it, has moved onto OTT and everything, right? Because you have done so many episodes as part of a TV serial, does that give you an advantage in OTT, or is that a different game altogether?
OTT is trying new faces, not the familiar ones, as of now, or they want big stars. So it's a different game. And it's not started in Canada, so I don't know what they're really looking. Yeah, I think Canada will take a little time to
really adapt.
Yes,
into that.
Yeah. People are still watching, TVs more than Prime or Netflix. It's just the young crowd watching Netflix or Amazon, but I think everybody has cable and they still watch Colors and Z.
Yeah. But what is the viewership for a TV serial today? Is it high?
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Really?
I honestly feel, unless you're a big star in TV, in a movie, like, Darshan or Sudeep, I think TV stars are the biggest in Karnataka at least.
Yeah?
Yeah. You go to corners, they'll know. Because there might not be a theater in every rural area, the smallest town or a village. There's TV in every house, in every slums. And it's reachable and it's free of cost, right? So everybody
TV is cheaper than OTT.
It's free, so they'll watch. Even if they say, "Yeshti alitiya, yeshti altiya, yeshti drama matya," they'll sit and watch. And the fame is crazy.
That Eliyadu Aladu, is that changing, or is it still Eliyadu Alad Astral idea? Is it changing? What do you think?
None serial and change it. I can guarantee that. But adadmel naan TV nodila sonanga.
No, because it's become a meme. No, today if you say TV serial, those are the 2 words: Eliyadu, Aladu.
Yes.
But really, I don't know. Maybe
but my serial, my condition was nan alalla. I'm a happy person. ನಾನು ಅಳಕ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಅಳಲ್ಲ. And they said yes initially. ಆಮೇಲೆ 6 ತಿಂಗಳಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ TRP ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಅಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು. They don't like happy women. Can you believe it? The society will not accept if a woman is happy.
Yeah, because they are crying inside. No, they want to see.
TV is the exact replica of the society, and that's what they want to show. I always had this discussion with my directors. So heroine are dumb, quiet and tale bagiskondiroru. Ade heroine beku. The sanskari bahu who will correct everybody's family, like atte mava problem, nadni sose problem, ಏನು ಎಲ್ಲರದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವ್ರದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹಳ್ಳ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವರ ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ನಮ್ ಸೀರಿಯಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ವರ್ಷ ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. So you forget that. Forget your first night, forget your relationship with your husband. You want to know what's happening between your atte mava, what's happening with your sister-in-law. This is the ideal wife. Like basically you shouldn't care about yourself more. You have to take care of the entire family. Then only you're an ideal bahu. And then the bahus are always in this blouse ishtu sari hakondu 2 kg ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕೋದು. Who are the villains? The one who wears pants or the skirts, they are the villains, and the hot looking ones are the hot looking ones are the villains. Yeah, they always have this eyeliner and they're very sexy on screen.
Komalika.
We are the dumb ones. So basically they want the dumb ones. And have you ever seen any heroine going to work and all? No. She's there, maneli padre todiyadu, kasa gudsadu, bari ide.
Even now, like that only
I
it's
think
portrayed.
so. I think so. I mean, I did 2 serials there. I was into some profession, but yavattu college go hogilla andre. I was a teacher, never went to school. I was a banker. I did go to bank initially before marriage. After marriage, it's your family.
So back in school, what serials do you remember watching?
Z horror show.
What is that? Z horror show.
Avag bartittu. Then this regular Ramayan, Shaktiman.
Shaktiman you used to watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So atara.
Then something else. Hindi you didn't watch much.
DD National ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆ.
You used to watch.
ಕನ್ನಡ DD ಚಂದನ ದಟ್ ರಂಗೋಲಿ ಚಿತ್ರಹಾರ ಏನೇನು ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ.
I'm not going to ask you specifically about your projects. That's something you already told me.
Yeah.
Don't go there. But I mean, at least you can agree on camera that there is an interest to do more films. Are we allowed to say that?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
of course.
thank you. So now that is established, what is it that the movie industry or Shwetha Prasad being a better movie star or bigger movie star is going to expect from you? What are some of those challenges, or what are those spaces where you think you need to grow more to get there?
As in the industry.
As a movie star, yeah.
Okay, I'll talk about myself. What kind of roles I look forward to. I mean, I've only been offered either very realistic. Hudgi, it's a women-oriented role, madam. Women is very strong. What happens in that movie? Andre, she gets raped and then she fights for it. So women-oriented, and something tragic has to happen, and you have to show how bold it is. Advande. Or it's usually with the pair where you just romance and do very little role for women and not very realistic. Ivattigunu, if you see any movie, I think the hero heroine will go to college, ache bartare, ಒಂದು cute bubbly songs irutte, rahna hai tere dil mein kaldindanu ade irutte, very pretty girl dancing, smiling. There's very less realistic approach. So I would like to see realistic, approach to the movies and to the roles, women-oriented roles. Tumba realistic agidre ivattin generation ge ishta agutte. I think that has been adopted in a lot of Hollywood series and movies. Agli Bollywood allu series al bandide. Movies it's still Karan Johar cinemas. But there are a lot of people like Zoya Akhtar's movies and all have. So that changes I would like to see here as well. I hope that happens sometime soon and we get again women anta helidre, there's morphing of trying to morph their age, their marital status and all that. I think they should start accepting for what we are, and everybody should get equal roles is what I feel.
I think you said something right when you said more realistic.
Yes.
Maybe the thing with realistic is, if you want to make something realistic, one way is you make it intense, or you have to make it very relatable.
Yes.
And when you talk about making it relatable, it will become talking about a middle class setup where most people can
the majority
relate.
basically.
Majority can relate. I mean, is that what it is? See, even when we see like a mega movie, either it's like a Rajnikant starrer like Jailer, which is not real in what you see, but it's crazy, he has amazing fans, or it's something very relatable about a middle class household. Have such scripts come to you? I mean,
No. No.
But are they even like thinking about it?
I guess yes.
Yeah.
There's a new wave in the industry which they're trying, definitely, and a lot of good changes in past few years, 2 or 3 years, I believe, and they've definitely started doing good movies. I mean, they always did amazing movies.
Perfect.
But there is a slight change in the kind of genres they're doing now. So
Okay. You and your husband discuss work?
no, strictly no.
Strictly no. Why strictly no?
I don't believe in. I mean. I have very strong opinions.
Okay.
Very strong. And so does he. So it's better we don't talk much.
Wait,
about
give me
him.
one. No, give me one example
We are two
of
different people.
opposite opinion. Some example.
Everything will have opposite opinion.
Yeah.
He's more of a comic, very casual person. I'm very intense and deep meaning person. So our thoughts never match. We never discuss, but we take each other as critics. So if if at all we discuss, I would like to see a different angle, whatever he has to say. That's when I can think, okay, ee angle allu yaru yochane ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Because you only can see in one perspective. So he will give another perspective. In that way we do, but very minimal. Very minimal.
Decision making and all that in terms of
It's
work.
us. It's my
yours
decision
is yours.
and his is. Yeah.
His is his.
Yeah. I mean, we do discuss after taking decisions, or if we are stuck, we need some clarity, then we do discuss. But I don't have to ask him and say, okay, nannu maneli gantan keli barbeku. Athara enilla. But I do use that as an excuse if I want to say no.
Put it on the Ganda
Yeah,
boss.
I have to ask my
Ganda
husband,
not
I'll get
allowing.
back to him.
Not going to do it.
Yeah, my husband said no. I'm sorry. I don't think I can.
So you're also in a time where, of course, you have like this huge followership on Instagram, and it's grown over time. When we start doing our research, right? First thing is Instagram, right? Then we'll go to news articles. Then I'll watch YouTube interviews, all of that. But first thing we watch is Instagram. You've put in a lot of work on Instagram.
You think so?
Shwetha, I'm not lying, right? This is our 62nd episode. I think we have seen at least 300, 400 profiles by now. If not more, right? For us to really go through it and then, go through that, connect with the person, all of that. It's a lot of work you've put in, Shwetha. I'm not lying. Like, people have put in maybe 30% of the effort you have put in.
I'm glad
So,
to do that.
what is it? Are you like, do you have like a weekly upload schedule? Do you
No.
plan your social media?
No, I don't. Honestly, social media is right now. It's also a source of income for me. Honestly,
Okay.
I do get
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
So
it is.
ads pay you on...
ads, brands,
Okay.
a lot of things. So, but I don't think I put a lot of effort to keep it active. I think it's a pressure, and I don't take any kind of pressure in any way. So,
Why do you think it's a pressure?
because people want to see everything, want to know everything, and I don't want to really,
Yeah.
express everything there. It's limited to my work, and I'm connected to a lot of my friends and fans on Instagram. People I don't even know. I don't really go and check their profile or
Yeah.
the picture. But some profile names I so know it. Like anything I post, the first reply will be theirs, and there are a lot of people like that. And they keep, messaging me like, if I don't post anything a day, are you okay? Are you all right?
Wow.
Then, so it's a little. It's a responsibility to keep in touch with people who care about you so much. So I do that bit, and of course I have to post my work.
Yeah.
I do that, but otherwise I don't put too much effort. Like a lot of people wanted me to do YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I'm like, no way, it's so much work. Honestly, you have to do, edit. Honestly, I wouldn't even get ready if it doesn't pay me.
Yeah, not required only. It's too much
I'm
work.
like, no, I would rather chill at home and sleep and eat and watch movies. So I wouldn't put effort.
I mean, if given an option, you'd just not do it.
Yeah, so I don't do it basically. So it's all my work which is there. But I also believe that you should always be prepared for your work. Like, because you're an actor, you might just get a big opportunity tomorrow, and you can't really say, I'm fat, I've put on 10 kilos, I'm not ready for it, and it kills your confidence to even say yes. So I want to be prepared every day. Though I fail it, I know, like, I'm not up to the mark every day. You keep trying to be better. That path is always there, but then I never give up. I never go sit hog and put on 20 kilos and be unhealthy, which is unhealthy for mind and body.
Yeah.
I'm always prepared for something new which is coming. So I keep getting ready for that. So meanwhile, I get a lot of work, and the
As social media, I mean, of course, brands have given you work. Has social media helped magnify your fame?
I got my fame through social media. I got my opportunity from Facebook picture. My first
that I'm aware,
so
but I'm saying now.
yes,
saying now.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
even now.
they know me as Radha or Janu from Sri Rastu in saris. Now they saw me in lot of different ways. The way I portray myself, the way I am. They could see that okay, you're bari itara atte sose role gashte alla. She can do something else too. So I'm doing something very different from what I've done before. That's because the way I look on my social media or
Correct.
the way I look in my real life. So that's one way to experiment a lot of things and keep updated about it.
There are a lot of Gen Z 20-21-year-olds who have equal and more following than you.
Oh, definitely.
With 10% of the work that you have done. What do you feel? Do you feel like, what the hell? How did this young kid end up getting so much exposure? Or, do you just accept it as what it is? What's your view on this?
It is what it is, but I look at it from the other way. Like, what does the audience want? Why are they looking at that? I'm an actor. They're not even an actor.
Yeah.
So, but what do the audience want? That's how you know what they want and you cater them, right?
Yeah.
So you learn something from some. Back then, I still don't know any instrument to play music. But now, today, if you go to any school, everybody has a piano, everybody has a guitar, everybody sings. So that's how everybody is super talented today.
Yeah.
And they also have a media. We were deprived of that, right? So I last year, my birthday, I gifted myself a guitar thinking I'll learn, but it's still there. Thank you. But it was very expensive for us, not affordable, and we had very
Growing
less.
up, it was a dream. Yeah.
It was you couldn't find many guitar teachers.
Yeah.
Very few had access. Today it's available to everybody. So it's changed. So when you look at some 18-year kid talking so fluently, doing dance, mimicry, singing, music with guitar, you're astonished. You see, okay, they've learned. They have so many skills which I don't have. So that's how I learn from them, and I think I should learn more and more skills.
Yeah.
And learning is never the end, right? You have so many things to learn. And you have so many motivational speakers, musicians, and photographers. Yeah, skills are still very important to learn, but all the devices and the instruments are so easily available. Everybody is becoming everything.
Yeah, the truth. It's the truth. I think it's just that opportunities are also
you shouldn't
more.
be jealous of them. You should see what they have, what you don't have, and it's never too late to learn.
Yeah.
You still passionate about music, you can learn at 45. It's never too late.
Yeah, and also there are things that say this generation has. There are things, every generation has different pros, right? Now let's talk, like if we look at your experience in the last 10 years, you have had more real life experience. A Gen Z kid has not stepped outside the house, right? Stayed in the room, just pressed record, and I'm not demotivating or discouraging that. It's also work they have learned, they put in the skill, but real life work, getting out on the streets, speaking to people, negotiation skills, and that also takes time, and those are not easy, right? The reason I asked you this is just pointing at something you mentioned a few minutes ago. As a girl, when you started out in this industry, you only mentioned, right? The ads come up as 18 to 25, single, unmarried, all of this, which is a true fact, I'm not going to get into the debate of that. How are you combating that today? Are you over the fear of growing old, being married? What image am I creating? How are you looking at that whole stereotype, which is almost like a hurdle?
The hurdle is in your mind. First of all, if you want people to accept it, you need to accept it first. So I know the fact that I'm married. I'm happily married. And just for a career, would you change it? No, I'm very happy with what I have. And I'm glad I started it a little late because I was matured enough to deal it very maturely. So that is one thing. And I don't think marital status is a problem for any roles I get, because I today I wouldn't do a 16-year-old college girl.
Yeah.
I will not fit into that. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
So if somebody even wants to cast me, I will not do justice
Yeah.
to that, right?
You can't live it. You're not even that person. Yeah.
I'm way too older for that. So I have no such expectation, unrealistic expectations that I need to get a 16-year-old girl role. I'm very realistic about what opportunities I may get, but I'm not ready to lose that.
Yeah.
Are you prepared for that? Yes. I'm physically, mentally ready for that, and I'm preparing myself for all such roles. So I will do my best.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it will come to me. So if you're prepared, you will get it.
So today, when you have there been times when you've gone to eat somewhere and people recognize and they come up and do you still enjoy that?
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Unless I'm in good mood.
Point to be noted, audience. If she's not in a
Usually
good
I'm
mood, relax, take the photo next time.
I'm usually in good mood. Otherwise, I won't even step out. But I think people are in social media, they'll go back and check, okay, she's here. Just let's go to her story and check, okay, now she's here. This is so updated, and we also update everything on social media, right? So they know everything about me. Like literally, if I'm there, they know that I wore the same shirt in the noon, right? So of course they follow you literally all day. They know what you're doing, and they'll take a picture and post it. And sometimes they'll give their phone to you. Please leave the gudi. It's all there. It's fun, and especially when you meet older ladies, they pinch your cheek, they pinch you.
Oh yeah,
Say, yeah.
Wow.
Almost
like they treat you like.
Initially, I used to get offended, like you can't touch me, kinds. But then, my director told me that you go to their house every day, they feel like you're a part of the family, which is a privilege. In fact, you may not like it initially, but that's the honest truth. They love you so much that they think you're part of the family, and that they take care of you like their own. So that's sweet.
What is the most expensive thing you've bought till today? I don't want to know how much you spent.
Today?
No,
generally.
Until today, what is one thing you spent the most money on? Don't tell me how much.
I spend on traveling.
Okay.
That's it. I don't buy expensive bags. I don't buy expensive shoes, dresses, nothing else.
You don't want to splurge on brands?
No. I come from Shimoga. There's no brand shop even till date. Coffee day bantu. Nobody will pay 150 rupees for a coffee. We make amazing coffee free of cost. Any house you go, you can drink coffee. So we don't believe in spending something. It's not worth it. And brands is something I learned very, very late about it. Now I buy few brands which are very comfortable, and you can use it for a longer run. That's it. Otherwise, nothing excites me. I don't want to buy bigger brands. It really doesn't excite me. So I spend on traveling.
Travel.
Yeah.
What is that one place you've liked going to in your travel
Every
experience?
place was nice and unique, and that's why I planned. But next place, I want to go to Japan. Japan is in my bucket list next. And a lot of places. I haven't visited much. So
have you done solo traveling as well?
All of my travels.
Yeah? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because nobody gets the luxury of traveling with me for 20-30 days. I travel like that. Even my Goa trip is not less than 8 days. Yeah, I go to Coorg for minimum of 4 or 5 days. I don't just go for 1 day and I cannot come back. I wouldn't go to my friend's place if I don't have more than 8 hours. So I go, I stay for a while, enjoy, and then come back. I need a lot of time. So nobody will have that time, right? So it's just me most of the time.
Are you judged for your tattoos in Shimoga?
They like it.
Yeah? Really? I don't believe this.
No, they like it.
At least tattoo, I thought when I saw that you had tattoos, I said, well, this definitely in
I have
Shimoga
amazing tattoos. I don't think anybody has complaints about it. They love it. Just that they think, okay, tumba ide agle, innond salpa ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಬೇಡ.
But I am sure space. You have more plans of more.
Definitely, there's no stop to that. Yeah.
What is the next tattoo you think you'll get? Or not next, one of the tattoos you think you want?
I think it's either a mandala or something related to the moon, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you pray a lot?
A lot. Every day, yes. I don't know if it's a lot. I do pray, yes.
What do you pray? I mean, I don't want the entire prayer. But
I pray for my
are you
family, my
just thankful,
friends.
or you have things to ask in your prayers?
Gratitude. First thing I say thanks to everybody, and I pray for my family and friends and all the people who have been kind and nice to me. And in the end, I make sure I pray for myself. That's like a reminder. Now you pray for yourself. It's like you always ask everything to everybody and you miss out yourself. So now I made it a habit that because unless you ask, you don't get, it seems. So I do ask for myself. I mean, that's it.
Energy should know what you want.
Yeah.
At least.
I don't know what I want, so I definitely have to ask
to get clarity.
Guide. Yeah. So that's it. I don't really ask much, but it's just for all of them.
Has there been something you've asked and you have not got in your life?
I have not asked and I've got such things, honestly. I never asked for anything.
Is there something you wish you had but you don't have?
I never wished for anything. I got everything better. So there's nothing. And I feel when you ask, you're limiting what you want. Just leave it to the,
universe. And
they'll give. And that's what has been happening.
So, I mean, I just want to get this piece of it, right? So you do pray. So do you believe, say, in the concept of karma as well? I mean, are you aligned with that, or you question that?
I mean, I've not experienced anything as such. I mean, because honestly,
you would believe that if you do good, you'll get back good.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't, or maybe they say it just because you don't stop doing good. A lot of good people end up sometime being miserable. But you never stop doing good. That's all. I don't know if you're expecting a reward also, it may be wrong. So don't expect. If it happens, it happens.
No, because when someone does bad to us, our first thing is, see, either we respond and take revenge. But
Which
some of us don't get into. And then we say, you know what, karma will take care of you.
I don't know if karma will take care. It's okay, leave it. Why do you bother? Why do you want to hurt the other person? Just move on, go away as much as possible and just leave it. I don't think if somebody hurts you, why would you want to get into that revenge mode, or why that sadistic, mind to see somebody suffering or, going through hell? I don't think even if somebody does bad to me, I don't want to see them in a bad place. It's okay, just walk away. That's it.
So if you're saying that you don't really ask for anything specific, then you have not tried to manifest anything specific in your life? No.
I don't think I
believe in manifestation.
Yeah, as a lot of people have been telling me that you should try, you should write that in the notes and all that. But no, I haven't, because now if I ask for BMW, you never know, maybe Porsche was written in my, and I missed it because I'm asking this.
Because you're asking this.
I don't know what is that ultimate thing I want. I just know that I've been given better. So I don't want to limit anything by asking anything small.
It's a very strong faith you need to have to function the way you're explaining, because you're keeping the entire scope of things open. You're not saying that, okay, this is how I want, this is how specific, because some of us have grown up to believe that, define your goals, make it as specific as possible. Then you can focus your energy on that.
I don't want to limit anything because everything is endless, limitless. You never know, because the way I started, my life itself is an example. I was an ugly duckling. I never thought I could walk.
Wow.
People tease me because
You're calling yourself an ugly duckling?
Ask my all my juniors or my classmates from my primary. They didn't even know that I was a girl, honestly. Today they're like, what? Is this the same girl? That's how it's been. I mean, I'm somebody who didn't know how to walk or how to groom myself, never stood in front of the mirror more than 10 seconds. My mom used to yell at me, just look at yourself if you're okay. Like, I don't care. I used to walk. And today, I get ready and groom myself. So this is what life has given me. It's always better and better and better. Touch wood, but yeah. So I don't want to limit myself. You never know what you are capable of, and you'll just, believe it and it will happen.
One last topic I wanted to quickly touch upon. Honestly, some of these topics I feel like I can keep, because I have so many other questions, right? But again, I know I can't dwell too deep. So I try and get bits and pieces. So don't mind me jumping from
not at all.
this to that. what was I talking about? Yeah, I want to understand about this, right? So you mentioned about the manifestation bit, and you mentioned about energy. Just this last bit was, and I asked this to very few people. I definitely feel like asking you the difference between destiny and what can we call it? Destiny and let's call it your own plan. Your plan versus the universe's plan. Right? So do you think the universe has a plan for you?
Yes, I think.
Yeah. So you believe in that concept of destiny that, okay, Shwetha is meant to walk on this path?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I generally don't plan unless I have my work and some meetings and schedule. I fix that. Otherwise, I don't plan my day. Like if somebody asks me, what's your plan? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what time I'll get up because it depends on what time my maid knocks. And then if my husband is just home doing nothing, then I'll end up staying with him a little late. Everything is, nothing works according to your plan. So I don't plan. And of course, for work, it's something I plan. Otherwise, personally, I don't plan anything. And even if you do, you'll fail. You'll fail. And if you're open to that, I mean, not fail miserably, but your plan will not work, but something else will work in a different way. Today I thought I wanted to, go to gym for an hour, and I thought I'll go to movie in the evening, that Van Gogh thing. I had so many plans, and then randomly I get a call, dubbing Ida Bunny. I had to go, and then I forgot about this podcast, and then I'm like, okay, this podcast is there. So what do you think? The planning? No, that was out of the plan. But you have to be, if you have a structure, then you cannot be flexible. And you have to be flexible. You have to be adaptable. Every day is different. Everything is different. So if you're adaptable and flexible, I think everything will be taken care. Stick to your job. There's discipline in following something that you follow, but be ready to accept the changes. That's what I believe.
Okay, one more question I'll ask. Last. Okay. Has Shwetha had today of course we are giving it a lot of tags and we are defining it. We are saying depression exists, anxiety exists, mental health issues are growing. It's not new. Things have always existed. We have discovered it, named it, researched it a lot more, maybe now in the last 10-15 years. Have you had your own bouts of anxiety, depression, or if you don't want to call it those names, have you had a time where your mental strength was low? And what is that one thing you think will help in a time like that?
Of course, I wouldn't say I was depressed. I didn't let it go till there. Depression is clinical depression, right? There's mild depression and clinical depression. Of course, I had ups and downs, and there are so many things I'm scared of, especially during COVID. There's so many deaths happening, and you don't even have control over certain things. I didn't go to depression, but I was very low. I was scared to seek help because everybody was looking up to me. They're like, you're so strong. And they used to come and ask me, what do you do when you deal it? So when you're already given a place there, you don't want to say that I'm on the same page. I'm also feeling low. But I knew that I was very, very strong from inside. I took my time out. I used to step out. For me, nature has been the healer. It's God for me. It's healer for me. You get all that when you're stuck inside four walls. Just walk out, take a walk, you'll feel better.
Go barefoot on the soil, like
breathe fresh air. Just and I love gardening. I love planting trees and all this. All these things have helped me a lot. So I did not go till there, but I have met a couple of psychiatrists because I wanted I wanted to know if I'm right or wrong. Yeah, that's sometimes
wrong about what?
Certain things when you're confident, but still the other people or
But what the solution or the problem?
the solution, and sometimes they blame it on you, saying you're the wrong person even when you're right. So that's when I went to the psychiatrist. I'm like, I'm not here for depression, I want your opinion, because you might have a lot of friends, but you have to agree that sometimes you may not feel they're mature enough to have that conversation. You need an expert. I wouldn't say all the psychiatrists are an expert. Sometimes I felt it was waste of time and money. I've met such people as well. But you want an expert opinion, not help, just an opinion. You are capable of taking all the decisions in your life. You are very smart enough, because if you sit with a psychiatrist, you will be able to discuss with them 20 minutes of your life. Not really the whole thing. And based on what you talk, they'll give you their response. And you might filter a lot of things and tell, because you don't want to be judged. You're not really, honest.
Fully.
So I don't believe in taking advice from somebody, suggestion from somebody, unless it's medicinal, clinical. Like you have some problem in your nerves, you need some medicines, then I'll go. But for an opinion, no. So I just wanted to talk to somebody mature. So I just paid for a consultation and I went and spoke. It was and in fact that psychiatrist became my friend. So it's like, oh my god, okay, I want to be your friend. So that was a fun thing to do. I didn't need help, but I wanted conversation. So I've gone. But there are times everybody will go low. One thing is, do not be afraid to ask help. And what I've learned is, don't care about being judgmental. Everybody is judgmental. So it's okay if people want to judge, they will anyways. You need help, you just open and ask.
So what are two things, like practical solutions? Of course, asking for help is there. What are some of those things that you can involve in your daily life when you're going through a phase like that?
Don't be scared to fall or fail. I think
things like everyday habits wise, would you suggest something that will help?
Yes, I think you need to be very disciplined, because at times your habits will help you. Even no matter what it is, like yesterday night, even if you slept crying all night, if you decide to wake up at 7 o'clock and hit the gym, at that 1 hour you'll be away from all those sorrows and misery. So have a disciplined life, have some good habits, and make sure you do it every day. When you are going through a very bad phase, those things will help you. If you have this community building activities, like you go and meet friends for chai, say twice a week. If you're depressed, that day the friend will call and ask you, why aren't you coming for the coffee?
You make it here. Even if you don't want to, just make
and
it.
at least they'll talk to you. They know something is wrong. They'll come. So make sure you have certain habits where you do something for yourself and you do something for your friends. And you're always on track then. You have somebody always. Don't ever think... I think people are trying to be very independent. And very lonely. Solitude.
Think they have everything sorted.
So solitude is good, but loneliness is bad. Don't confuse that. Those are two different things. You need people. No matter how independent, how you want to hustle and do success, and nobody will help you. You need friends. You need family. Always be with people and good people around you.
And the truth is, phases like this can come at any part of your life.
Any part.
It doesn't matter who you are, right? It treats everyone the same. Shwetha, this was amazing. Thank you. I really I thoroughly just sat here and enjoyed this. Thank you so much for making it here. I think some of the things I definitely want to call out is just this. For the first time, someone has sat here and said, I'm okay with any blessing. I'm okay. I'm okay to take whatever life is going to give me. Because, like I said, I think 90% of the people are saying, hey, I want these specific things and that is how I'm going to define my success as. It takes a lot of strength to say I'm okay with what life has planned for me. Because what that takes is reducing the ego. Because if you have a big ego, then you're going to say, this is how I want my life. Then if you accept that you're this tiny piece, then you say, okay, boss, you give me whatever it is, I'll take it as a blessing. I think that I definitely want to call out. It's nice to see also how very aware you are of everything about you and your professional status, your personal mindset. I think the awareness level is, it shows you have spent a lot of time by yourself.
A lot.
Yeah, because a person who's not, I've asked these questions multiple times and we have seen it just shoot down people sometimes because they have not asked themselves those questions. Okay, and we have seen that, right? Like multiple times, me and Aditya are like, yeah, that question we shot it like too strong, we shouldn't have shot it on that episode. And here I was just trying like more and more, and every question I shot, you just like, yeah, okay, give it to me, I've thought about this. So I think it was really nice to see that you spent time on all these things. So thank you for making it here. It is an opportunity for us. I don't think if not for this podcast, we wouldn't have had this opportunity to meet you. Really thankful for making it here. We are still new in the space. We are trying to make a space for ourselves, and with people like you is when we get the opportunity to do things like this. So we really want to thank you for making it.
Pleasure is all mine. You're already doing 60-second episode, which is great because a lot of people start and stop. In fact, I had a podcast, Bedtime Stories, and Spotify.
What is that?
Bedtime Stories.
Bedtime Stories.
So it is not as cheesy as it sounds. Okay. There's nothing cheesy about it. It was just me and my husband talking, but we did 10 podcasts and then we stopped. It takes a lot to continue and do what you want to do. So I really appreciate you for that, and wishing you and the entire team lots of luck to you guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Shwetha. This was great. And if you watched till here, you're a true, very good soul.
Yeah, I'm my fan for sure.
Yeah, 100%. So if you are a person who has watched till here, definitely put a comment down there so we also know who the person is. But yeah, thanks for joining us. And this was episode 62 of On a Personal Note with Adarsh Sakare. See you when we see you.